Hold on. I'm trying to cut the camera on and do 10 different things. Give me a moment. Oh, I have a feeling I'm going to be proud of this one right here. I do. I have a feeling I'm going to be proud of this one right here. So, hold on. Hi, hello. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Zakiya Davidia. So nice to meet you. Informal meeting. Here's a virtual handshake for you. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. So this is like very impromptu. I low-key just woke up from a nap. If y'all hear like dogs and animals and stuff, my neighbor is Dr. Dolittle, okay? I love her to death. She is Dr. Dolittle. She got all the animals up in there, okay? And they love her. They always cry when she leaves. Like, it's very cute. So if you hear animals, it's my neighbor. Don't be rude. I am here because there's been a lot of energy going on. I've been really tired lately. I've been doing a lot of thinking about relationships, people I admire, people I don't admire, things of that nature. Ooh, sorry. Long story short, to sum it up, I'm gonna say this. I almost had a negative interaction with a Black man this morning. What I was trying to do in that instance, right? Essentially, there was some business transactions that should have been made and things did not run smoothly. I was the one who sort of initiated the business transactions. This is business, trust me, business, not like OnlyFans business and all that other stuff y'all be doing, okay? Essentially, the business transactions did not run smoothly. Trying to set him up with the person that I knew. Things didn't work out as I had hoped. And I'm a person who, when it comes to business, I take that very seriously, as I should. I decided to apologize because on my end, I was hearing and receiving certain information that of course he's not gonna hear because, you know, I'm the middleman here. And so I essentially wanted to apologize to him and let him know, like, hey, listen, I'm sorry things didn't run smoothly. This is just a teaching moment for me. Hey y'all. So editing Zakiya here because I wanted to give a correction point in the story. Yes, I'm on here with the bonnet and the robe, honey. Okay. So what really happened is the dude, I met him, tried to link him up with a friend. Things didn't work out. Even in the midst of all of that, listen, I understand like social politics and all this other stuff, and you know, people who feel like if you don't have a certain number of followers on Instagram, they can't follow you back and all this other shit. But from a business standpoint, that's how I look at things. I don't care about how you feel and all this other stuff. Regardless of the fact that I'm the one who initiated the connection, he fucks with him and he does not fuck with me on public platforms, which isn't necessarily a problem for me. Like, he doesn't have to do anything, but I mean, I will take note of that. You understand what I'm saying? That's what happened. But the things that I'm led to with this whole situation still ring true. I just wanted to give a correction on what actually went down. Before I even get into this, I am a person who, I am spiritual and I do believe in the power of the mind and I believe in the power of dreams. You know, it's linked to your subconscious. It can show you certain things. I feel like dreams is also a way for God, spirit, the divine to speak to you and let you know when certain things are going down, right? That happened this morning. Some messages were sent to me. Listen, honey, if you ever see this, I ain't open them damn messages. Because if you say some fucking bullshit to me, I'm gonna punch you in your fucking nuts. So how about we don't even try that with Zakiya? And when you have something bad to say, you keep your fucking mouth shut. Thanks. I just ignored those messages and all that stuff. And I'm gonna just let that go and be into the ether. And let me say this right now. When you are working with people, just because we're Black does not mean that we don't have to uphold people to the same standards of professionalism, okay? When you want your shit done and you want it done at a certain time and date and all this other stuff, just because we're working with Black people doesn't mean that we need to bend and twist and forget and forgive all the fucking time. That's not what the fuck that means. And if motherfuckers can't keep up with the business, then you can't keep up with the business and you gotta go home, period. I don't even understand why people are upset about that, but that's a whole other thing. So essentially, in the dream, right, coming back, led me to want to have this discussion right here with y'all. If you didn't see from the title and all this other stuff, I want to talk about, I know that this is something that I cannot put just into one small video. It's gonna have to be in more than one. I want to talk about homoeroticism and homoeroticism between Black men and how that affects their relationships with Black women as well as women of other races, right? Right. Let me tell y'all what I saw in the dream, right? Personal moment right here, personal moment. I'm at a store, gas station place. The dude who I was trying to link up with somebody for the business transaction was there with, I guess his family or something like that. I'm walking around doing my shopping, everything is fine. And then we get to the line. So we get to the line and I walk up behind him and he's talking shit about me to some person in front of me that I guess knows us mutually or something, saying that he didn't like my voice or something like that, or like the way my voice sounded, which, what? So he turns around in the dream and the person that I'm looking at in the dream is not the person that I'm look at in real life. So in the dream, he looks completely different. Honestly, he looks 10 times better in the dream than he does in real life, right? Making some smart comments about, which I don't understand why Black men do this thing where they feel like we're into them and all this other stuff and blah, blah, blah. Like, bro, if I was into you, I would just say that, like, relax. Calm your tits, relax. In the dream, and he's talking about who he like and all this other stuff and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, we all know what your type is. Turn around. There's a shorty who looks like the opposite of me, okay? Maybe she's of mixed heritage. Maybe she's of Hispanic heritage. I don't know. But she don't look like me. You understand what I'm saying? And she got a kid. I'm like, okay. Right? That takes place and I wake up from the dream, right? So for me, what that dream lets me know is that old dude, right? He sees himself a certain way. Probably in a much more grandiose, attractive way than what he really is, which means that he probably somewhere in his mind thinks or thought that or hoped that I had interest in him. I was attracted to him and it was something blah, 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 which is why he would pick a feature that is so unimportant to take offense to in terms of giving him a reason to not like me. My voice. Why do you care what my voice sounds like? Why do you care? That's strange. That's very, very strange. Is that something that men do? I don't know. Men do a lot of things. Y'all just sit around and pick reasons to not like women, right? But if you think about someone saying that they don't like your voice, it's not that they do not find you physically attractive per se. It could be that they don't like how you express yourself. They don't like, maybe when thinking about it in context, when a man says that he doesn't like a woman's voice, it probably has something to do with him having this idea that her voice or tone is more masculine, which probably makes him feel very emasculated, right? I'm just checking the camera. Which probably makes him feel very emasculated, which is a personal thing also. So when I woke up from that dream, immediately my mind went to homoeroticism. Homoeroticism, especially among Black men, we often talk about it between Black men and white men, but we don't talk about it between Black men because Black men aren't gay, right? I'm gonna list some links down in the description box so you guys can do your own personal research, read through the things that I've read through. They are educational, higher degree grade documents. Pull out your dictionary, pull out your thesaurus, and if you would like to deal with the task of wading through those waters and reading some things, then you are absolutely free to, and I encourage you to. Education is important. Talking about homoeroticism between Black men and white men, a very good example of that would be Toni Morrison's book, Beloved. Now, if you don't know who Toni Morrison is, bitch, you need to wake the fuck up because she is a fucking queen. Wake up, okay? Now's your moment, now's your chance. Toni Morrison's Beloved. Beloved is based on a true story about a woman who is a slave who ends up killing and attempting to kill her children in an effort to save them from the harsh realities of slavery. A lot of you might know the movie that it was transformed into, which it's always better to read the book, honey. Everybody knows that. It's always better to read the book. But the movie starring Thandie Newton, David Alan Grier, Oprah Winfrey, yes. And oh my gosh, she played Diary of a Mad Black Woman. She was the main character. She's also in that film. It's a good film, I will say that much. It's a very, very good film, very well done. I like the film, but of course it's always better to read the book. Now, talking about homoeroticism between Black men, right? Let's look at it like this and do some math. But before we do that, let me drink some fucking tea, because I am just a mile a minute right now. Give me a second. Homoeroticism between Black men and how that affects their relationship with Black women. What I really want to talk about is I'm going to use the word possible, because, you know, when we talk about things, these kind of things involve the brain, which also it can involve neurosis and psychosis and all of these different things, right? Mental health and stability, also societal norms and societal politics, all that kind of stuff. But this is the sort of equation per se that I have come up with, right? So look at it like this, right? Here, this is the possible basis for this homoerotic behavior. So you have a Black man growing up in white society. Growing up in white society, everyone knows how Black people are treated, but specifically how Black men are perceived in America. Let's talk about America specifically, right? Sure, we can talk about other countries, but because America has such a big influence on other countries, unfortunately, but you know, talking about America right now. Black man in America, treated as a servant, as a criminal, as a sexual deviant, all of these negative things, as a oh my gosh, a drug addict, a drug user and abuser, an alcoholic, a this, a that, all the negative things, right? That Black men are treated as. But then at the same time, which is the dichotomy of being a Black person, there is the hypersexualization, there is the romanticism, hyper-romanticism that is tied into that. Black people are mean and big and scary, and they do this and they do that, but at the same time, they're physically attractive, they're physically superior, they have larger penises, they have larger butts, they have larger breasts, all that kind of stuff, right? Which I don't know where they get this larger breast thing, honey, because my little TTs are tiny, and I'm happy about that. I'm not saying I'm not, but my little TTs are tiny. So I don't know. Thinking about all of that, right? And living in that sort of dichotomy, right? Two different things living, juxtaposition even. Those two different things living and existing in the same space. The thing about being a Black man is that you are also a man. You're a man growing up in this white man patriarchal society where the norm is men are the breadwinners, men are at the head of the table, men are leaders, men are enforcers even, men are rule makers, right? All that kind of stuff going on. For instance, right, a Black man growing up in this society, having that notion, having those notions be the norm, those are the things that he is going to work towards. Those are the things that he is going to strive towards. He's going to work towards being the breadwinner. He is going to work towards being the this, being the that, so on and so forth. Also, at the same time, outside of the societal standards of being a man, there's also the romantic relationship, aspects of it, where white men are seen as above and white women are seen as below. And, there's all the biblical notions that solidify, quote unquote, that ideal and things of that nature. Men are strong, men are this, men are that. Women are submissive, women are docile, women allow men to, quote unquote, be men, right? He is striving towards those things in life. Striving. When you have that idea, okay, we're holding that idea right there. let's bring in the Black woman. The Black woman, for a lot of people, and especially white people who are ignorant as fuck, like to push the idea, and maybe some other races, okay, I'm not leaving people out now, like to push the idea of Black women being masculine. Black women being masculine, not because we are men, not because we are manly in our appearance or anything like that. Not even Serena Williams is masculine looking, and y'all need to chill on my girl because she is the #1 fucking athlete in the world. LeBron James who? Thank you. Simone Biles, #1 gymnast. Cut it out. It's cut it out. I don't even get me started. Now we talking about something. We have the Black woman, right, in this same American society, who is held down and placed at the bottom and forced to endure all of these obstacles and oppressive behavior and all of this other stuff by people who are quote unquote above her, including Black men, because a Black man is still a man. And so he's above a woman. Keep that in mind. Theoretically, right? We're talking theoretically. Don't start getting literal in my motherfucking comments and then I'm gonna have to punch somebody in the nuts. Thank you. Theoretically, he's a man, he's above a woman. But because of the position, right, that Black women are placed in American society, we are forced to be the breadwinners oftentimes. We are forced to go out and work and strive and build and create rules and set boundaries. Sorry, y'all, it's raining outside. It's been raining a lot these past few weeks, 2 weeks or so, and cars and all this other stuff. My bad, y'all, if you hear stuff. But we are forced to play more masculine, quote unquote, roles in terms of societal norms. When a Black man who is striving for masculinity meets a Black woman who is forced to live in her masculinity, when they come together, that Black man oftentimes is intimidated, he's aggravated, he's upset because she now, because of the position that she's forced to be in, is his equal, quite literally. And the fact that she is a woman does not matter anymore, which is why it's easier for these Black men to go on. Now listen, hold on, let me pause right here, because I know all the interracials are gonna start chitter-chattering and all this shit. Listen, I am not talking about people who meet each other. Checking the time, sorry guys. I'm not talking about people who meet each other and fall in love and are able to transcend the ideals of race and race relations and all of that stuff. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about a specific type of person right now, okay? I'm talking about a specific type of person right now. So let it go. Let's keep moving forward. When this Black man meets this Black woman, he is intimidated because she is his what? His equal, quite literally. And so because in society's eyes, she is essentially an equal, because we can also talk about how white society likes to emasculate Black men and put them in more feminine positions, more feminine roles as a means of entertainment and comedy. Looking at, I mean, gosh, like how many times have we seen Black men dress up as women and pretend to be women and all this other stuff? How many times have we seen that outside of any sort of homosexual quote unquote behavior, which is a whole other thing in itself. Okay? One, and two, now that I've said that, let me say there's absolutely nothing wrong with expressing yourself the way you want to express yourself. One of the most underappreciated artists are drag queens. Let me say that right now. Okay? So let's not even cross those lines right there. I'm talking about a specific group, a specific type. So now that they are both equal, the Black man who is striving towards that white man's patriarchal idea of what it means to be a man in relationships and in the world sees that Black woman and is intimidated and says, no, I don't want that. I don't want to do that because I'm going to have to treat her as an equal. And that's not what the white man's patriarchy says. The white man's patriarchy says that a woman is subordinate and a woman is docile. A woman stays home, she cooks, she cleans, she raises kids. She doesn't work. She doesn't talk back. She doesn't have opinions. Okay? And in certain societies, she doesn't even have an education. Okay? Right. That meeting is broken away, right? He says, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to deal with that because I want to be the head. I want to be on top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch myself over, and I'm going to strive to be with women who are not Black. Okay. So now he has achieved the white man's patriarchal idea of what it means to be a man in a relationship sense, because he has this white woman. She is docile. She is submissive. And let me say this, it's easier, right, for this white woman to look at this Black man, and feel enthralled, enamored, all of those things, right? Because white people and non-Black people are blissfully unaware of Black culture. Let me say this again. White people and non-Black people are blissfully unaware of Black culture. They don't know what it's like to be Black. They don't know what it means to be Black. And listen, they honestly don't really give a fuck, but you know, the shit's entertaining, I guess, because they got us doing stupid shit on TV. And so when she sees a Black man, her attraction is very loosely based on his personality, who he is, what type of person he is, his ideals, his morals, his standards, his principles, very loosely based on those things. Instead, she is stuck on the fact that he looks a certain way. He's big, he's tall, he's strong, he's attractive, his dick's big, this and that and the third. As opposed to a Black man and a Black woman, when I see, let me speak for myself, right? Yes, when I see a Black man, do I see all of these attractive things and so on and so forth? Yes, absolutely. But I am not enthralled and I am not enamored enough by those things because I too am Black. So when I see him and I see the way he acts, the way he walks, talks, behaves, I'm able to see past his Blackness, see past his physical appearance, and see the person that he truly is and make a decision based off of that, as opposed to just the physical alone. And because white and non-Black women have no idea what it's like to be Black, have no idea what it's like to live with Black people, to be around Black people, they see this more so than anything, in my eyes, as an experimentation process. Oh, what is that over there? Let me check it out. How does that work? Let me see. And because you are so ignorant to Black culture, you are not able to identify when a Black man is unstable. You're not able to identify when a Black man is unhealthy. You're not able to identify when a Black man has poor ideals, standards, and morals and principles. You don't know what the fuck's going on. You just think that nigga cute. That's how you get trapped up with a baby, but y'all don't want to hear me talk about that today. So moving forward, we have the Black man. He has attained the white girl, the white woman, the non-Black woman. Check mark. We check that off the list, right? Now that we have established a relationship where he is the dominant person and the woman is the subordinate, who then in that instance becomes his equal. I'm gonna give y'all a chance to guess. I'm gonna sip on my little tea right here and I'm gonna give you a chance to guess. Did you guess? So in that instance, his equal now becomes the Black man, not the white man, but another Black man, which brings us back to this notion of homoeroticism that we see today, where we have these Black men, oftentimes it's Black men in the entertainment industry, how convenient is that, who view women as subordinates, as lower than, lesser than, and view their male friends as equals. And now they are reenacting the white man's patriarchy, and they are bringing their friends in to lift them up, to encourage them, to put them in a better position in life, which oftentimes are things that a partner would do for another partner when they are in a romantic or sexual relationship. Y'all not, listen, use your brain, honey, because it's there. It's there. You might as well use it. It's not gonna hurt you. So we have now Black men who subconsciously are romanticizing other Black men. And I'm saying subconsciously because in Black culture, unfortunately, there is a lot, because of homoeroticism between slave masters and their male slaves, which is a whole other thing in itself. There is a very distinct level of discomfort surrounding homosexuality, homosexual behavior, which what the fuck is that? Anyway, what is that? What is homosexual behavior? Because when you say it like that, and when you reduce homosexuality to a behavior, you're reinforcing the idea that it's a choice. Okay, thank you. So now, right, talking about Black men, especially in the entertainment industry, they form these deep bonds and connections that are oftentimes seen between a man and a woman, right? Let's use traditional terms here, or let me say two partners, right? Traditionally seen between two partners. They are now reenacting and enacting those things in their friendships. A lot of times people talk about bromance, which I'm fine with. You can love your friends. You're supposed to love your friends. I'm not saying don't love your friends. I'm not saying don't help your friends, don't treat your friends well, and all this other stuff. What I'm saying is be aware and conscious of where that is coming from. Because just like in this instance here with the dude, me playing the middleman between these two men, until I decided to retract that and fall back and pull back, because I have better things to do. There's money for me to make out here in this world. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Now, Black men having this idea, Black women are against us. Black I gotta laugh when I say it because it's fucking stupid. It's very fucking stupid. Black women are against us, and Black women don't support us and all this other stuff. No, what I'm not doing is blindly supporting you based on the white man's American patriarchal idea of what you are as a Black man. I will support you if I see that you're a decent human being with a brain that is being used. I will not, however, just blindly support someone, especially a Black man, solely on the fact that you are Black and I am Black. That is stupid and ignorant on my part, because that is how we breed certain kind of monsters, such as Robert Kelly. That's how we breed these monsters, because we're so busy trying to support the people and hold up the man without really thinking about who that man is. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It's not healthy, and I'm not gonna participate in that. Now listen, dude can be mad, and whoever is seeing this and is feeling a little hurt, you can be mad too. I don't give a fuck. But y'all need to start paying attention and stop listening with your eyes. Stop listening with your eyes, bruh. Talking about, let's even go back, right? Bring the Christians in here, right? And talk about the idea of marriage and being equally yoked. Equally yoked, meaning that two partners are seeing each other as equal. Two whole beings coming together, not to put pieces together and fit like a puzzle. No. Two whole adult beings coming together, equally yoked. Well, we can't come together and be equally yoked if you see me as a subordinate and you see yourself as a dominant. It's just not gonna work. But when you see your homeboy, your friend, your bro or whatever as an equal, you can have a relationship where you are equally yoked. Think about it. Think about it, y'all. Just think about it. Just think about it. Okay? Like the video if you feel what I'm saying. Shit, like the video if you don't understand what I'm saying. That's fine too. Then let me know and I can clarify and make another video perhaps. That knowledge right there, you know, God be putting all kinds of stuff on folks' heart for real. You gotta talk to the people now. I think I covered all the bases on this one right here. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know how you feel down in the comments. Don't be fucking rude, because I'm gonna do what? Punch you in the nuts. Yes. Don't be rude. Like I said before, this is not the time for you to get offended and bring all the interracials and all this other stuff into this, because that is not what I am talking about here. I'm talking about cause and effect. I am talking about seeds that grow into mighty plants. And sometimes when you plant that seed and you let that shit grow, by the time you realize you planted a bad seed, it's already taken root. And the only thing you can do is kill the plant or pull it up from the root. Pull the whole thing out the ground. I will see you guys next time. Once again, thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.